Welcome everyone to Doga Yoga. Thank you so much for joining me on the mat today. My name is Melody and today we're doing a beautiful guided stretching class. So we'll be working our upper and lower body evenly today. We're not just doing a focus on the shoulders or the hips. So get ready for a beautiful full body workout. So come on down into seated. Now you might have a block handy or a strap handy. I actually recommend everyone have a strap, dog lead, anything around, Harry Potter book. If sitting cross-legged is hard for you, you might sit on a block to help extend the spine a little bit easier. You might even let one leg go long as well. Start to send the shoulder blades down the back and just start to bring your awareness onto your mat today. Ground yourself into the present moment and start to notice the sensations in the body and the breath. Inhale, feel the belly, the ribs and the collarbones. Bring beautiful new energy and oxygen into your body. And exhale, release. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale and exhale. On our next inhale, we'll try and grow a little bit taller in the spine. And exhale, just soften and release. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. On our next inhale, we'll take a big arm circle all together, nice and slow and gentle, up overhead, fingertips touch. And exhale, bring our hands back to heart center. Press our thumbs on our sternum and send our shoulder blades down the back. Inhale, we'll take a big arm circle all together, up overhead, fingertips touch. Our shoulder blades still stay down the back here. Our spine is long. We're tucking our tailbone under slightly, so we're not curving or arching our lower back. And exhale, with control, bring our hands back to heart center. Inhale, bring a little bit of range of motion or movement into the shoulders. And exhale, flowing with our breath today. Inhale, really savor the sensation, fingertips touch. And back to heart center. Beautiful. We're going to place our hands on our knees. Open up our chest. We're actively going to arch our spine here. Send our chest forward, our gaze up into a seated cow. So really send the shoulder blades down the back. Feel the nice opening in the front body. And then exhale, draw our navel towards our spine. We're rounding out our spine intentionally here, bringing our chin towards our chest. Feel the shoulder blades expand. Inhale, come into your cow. And exhale, round out the spine, chin to chest cat. Inhale. And exhale. And if you ever feel you're super stiff or stuck at your desk, taking a few movements of seated cat-cow is so good for our spine, so good for our body. So just flow here at your own pace for 2 more. Take one last big inhale, one last cow. And exhale to cat. Come up to seated and see if you can sit a little bit straighter. See if the shoulder blades soften down the back a little bit more. You might lean back a little bit and find that length from the tailbone all the way to the crown of the head. We'll take one more big arm circle up overhead, fingertips touch. And I want to start hollow out the lower belly here, tuck the tailbone under, send the shoulder blades down the back and find that straight spine still. Reach a little bit high and soften. Inhale, reach the fingertips a little bit higher, squeeze the biceps in towards the ears and soften. Inhale and exhale. We'll take one more big inhale, find length, and exhale. We're going to send our left hand down beside us, reach our fingertips, and reach our right fingertips over towards the left. So we're not leaning forward here, we're reaching directly over towards the left, and you'll feel a beautiful side body stretch here. So flow with your breath. Inhale, find a little bit more length. Reach the fingertips further towards the left if you can. And exhale, just see if you can soften down a little bit more. Inhale. And exhale, ground down that right hip so you're not peeling off the ground to try and reach over. We're just focusing on creating space and movement in the side body here. Inhale. And exhale. On our next inhale, we're going to rise both hands high, reach, touch the fingers together, and we'll breathe. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, reach high once more, and then place our right hand down. Exhale, reach our fingertips over towards the right. Inhale, reach. See if you can get a little bit longer, create a little bit more space. And then exhale, soften. Inhale, create a little bit more space. And soften. And see if you can send your gaze towards the side of the room or even slightly towards the sky underneath your armpit as you flow here with the rise and fall of your breath. One more big inhale and exhale. And on our next inhale, fingertips high, reach, touch them and the shoulder blades down the back, tuck the tailbone under so we're not arching the lower back. And we're going to send our hands wide, reaching down beside us. So our fingertips are just beside us here, our shoulder blades are down the back, so nice. And if you have the range of motion, if this feels good for your shoulder blades, walk your fingers a little bit behind you. So point the fingers towards the back of the room and arch the chest. So keep the tailbone tucked, but arch the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades together and send the gaze high. So breathe here, keeping the neck nice and safe, the chin slightly tucked towards the chest. So you can feel that expansion without any pinching or creating lack of space. So inhale, expand, feel the chest open. And exhale, soften. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more big, beautiful inhale here. And exhale, we'll come back to center. So we'll grab our strap if it's nice and handy. Unravel it. You can use a dog lead, a scarf, dishcloth, literally anything that's long, piece of rope, anything that you have, a blanket, a jumper even, to use to help. So straps are really handy. They just help us make our arms longer pretty much. So I'm going to place this strap in my right hand here. Find length and send our right hand up overhead. So hold it high here. Find that same strength and length in the spine, tucking our tailbone under. I'm going to place this right hand on the back of my head. I'm going to place the left hand on my lower back. So breathing here and just opening up the shoulders here, sending the elbows to the side and just notice what's going on the shoulder blades here. So you are grabbing both ends of the strap here now and you're going to walk your fingers up and down the strap, getting them slowly closer and closer towards your shoulder blades. So eventually one elbow will be pointing up and one will be pointing down with the fingertips clasped in the middle. If you can't get the fingertips clasped or if you're nowhere near to getting the fingertips clasped, that is completely fine. What we're doing here is setting an intention and we're focusing on creating space in the body. So if that's just keeping one hand on the back of the head and one on the lower back and really savoring that beautiful chest opening, then that is fine. Inhale, feel the belly, the ribs, the collarbones, create space and soften. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, one more big, beautiful breath. And exhale, we're going to release our hands wherever they are and bring them back to center. Now we're going to take the strap, I've wrapped it around myself here, and take the strap in the other hand now. Send our left hand high, big inhale here. And exhale, place that hand on the back of our head. Now place our right hand on our lower back And just savor the sensation here, opening up the shoulders and keeping that straight spine. Feel that tailbone tucking slightly so your pelvis is neutral as well. Now, as before, you might stay here and just feel this beautiful activation. Or you might want something a little bit deeper if that feels good for your body, if you're ready for that challenge today. Walk your fingers up and down the strap, grab your fingertips together if you can. If you can't, that's completely fine. And just breathe here. So gently open up the chest. Spine is long, shoulder blades are down the back, so we're not hunching forward here to try and get the fingertips to touch. We're keeping integrity in the body, we're keeping integrity in the spine. So what we're doing is creating a proper range of motion. So we're not putting one thing aside to try and achieve another posture. We want to do it in the correct order and with correct alignment. So inhale, feel the belly, the ribs, the collarbones. And exhale, soften and release. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more big, beautiful breath. And exhale, release the fingertips down beside the body and just give yourself a little shake here. You might feel a little bit of heat, a little bit of energy in the shoulders. Just notice the difference. Roll one shoulder back and then the other, just being super gentle with the body, moving as vigorously or as gently as feels natural to you. When we're ready, we'll come back to stillness. We're all going to place our hands in front of us and come on over onto all fours. So I'll turn this way for you. Just moving my strap and block to one side. Plant our hands down, plant our knees down, hip distance apart. So our knees and our hips are in alignment. Our wrists and shoulders are in alignment. Nice distribution of weight here. We're just going to take a little seated or a little normal cat-cow here. So drop our belly, open up our chest, gaze towards the front of the room. And then exhale, draw our navel towards spine, round out, chin to chest. Inhale. And exhale, flow with your breath. Inhale. And exhale. When you're ready, come back to center and just move intuitively. This is your guided stretching class, but let your body guide you in this instance. So you might just rock the hips side to side. You might really wriggle out the shoulders. Just move in a way that feels good for you. Your body knows those tight spots, those niggles that are just kind of playing beneath the surface on one side or the other. This is your time to just move intuitively and explore them. Give them a little bit of love, give them a little bit of space, give them a little bit of airtime so we can create healing in those parts of the body. So just moving freestyle. And when we're all ready, we'll gently come back to stillness, back to our tabletop. When we're ready, we're going to get this right foot in between our hands. So take our time here. We might have to pick it up, really wriggle it. So all I want us to do is make sure our ankle and our knee is in alignment, or our ankle is in front of our knee. We don't want this where our foot is super back and we're doing this because that hyperextends our ankle. So just wriggle it forward and you'll feel when your knee and your ankle are in alignment, you can take much more support. You feel much more stable. Now you might want to pad this back knee. You might fold over your mat. You might grab a cushion or a pillow or anything. Now sink the hips down, relax the hips down as much as you can and send the shoulder blades down the back, opening up the chest here. So by doing that, you'll feel this beautiful left hip flexor opening and releasing. So inhale, feel the belly, the ribs, the collarbones. And exhale, sigh it all out and relax that hip flexor and allow it to let go. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. We'll be here for a few breaths, just allowing ourselves to soften into this place, to let it go. We hold a lot of tension in our hips, especially our hip flexors, especially from sitting all day, driving, slouching in our chairs. So if this is quite tight for you, or if it's bringing up a lot of tension, that is completely normal. So just be gentle with your body, gentle with yourself. And keep on breathing. When it gets hard, we often hold our breath and we're like, So just remember to find that flow, find that rhythm, and on your exhale, you'll notice your body naturally softening. So just find that place of a little bit of ease. So nice. Notice how you're melted into the pose a little bit deeper with that breath now. You might feel different sensations, deeper release than since the start of when we came in. And when we're ready, we're gently going to plant our hands down, wriggle this right foot back. So we might bend our hips, align our back knee and our hip. Get this right foot and right knee back. Take our knees as wide as we need. Bring our big toes together. Send our hips towards our heels, our forehead towards the ground. And oh, so nice. Just gently release here into the mat. Let any tension go. Beautiful, relaxing child's pose here. Take a few cycles of breath, allowing yourself to look inwards. This is a really nice introspective pose, very nourishing. Feel the opening in the lower back. So just take this time to check in. How are you feeling in the body? How are you feeling in the breath? Notice the niggles, the differences side to side, and just give them some airtime. Give them the attention that they need to be able to heal, to allow us to change our patterns of behavior to better ones so our body doesn't, or we don't create these niggles, these pains in the future. By listening, we allow ourselves to reflect, and allow ourselves to make positive change. When we're ready, we're gently going to rise up into our tabletop position once more. And you guessed it, left foot through. Take your time, super gentle, sink the hips down, come up onto the fingertips, tuck that tailbone under. Oh, so nice. And just release here. So you want to send the shoulder blades down the back. So we're not hunching or creating tension in our shoulders, because if we create tension in our shoulders, our whole body is tense. So we're finding that beautiful straight spine and allowing that hip flexor to really release. So inhale, feel the belly, the ribs, the collarbones. And exhale, release. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Allow yourself to soften and let go with each passing breath. Noticing any tension we're holding on to in the jaw, the neck, the shoulders. And when we're ready, plant our hands. Going to come back into our child's pose, get that left foot back, come into our tabletop position, take our knees wide, hips towards heels, forehead towards the earth, and just release. Take a few cycles of breath here to look inward. Nice introspective pose that allows us to really check in. Notice the beautiful opening in your lower back, your hips, and just soften any last tension away. When we're ready, rise on up. We're going to cross our ankles, roll on over. We're going to make our way onto our backs. So just come onto your backs however feels good for you. You don't have to do anything fancy. Just come on down. Super gentle, vertebra by vertebra. We're going to grab our strap and have it handy when we're on our backs. Here we're going to walk our heels in towards our groin. And then just bring one knee and then the other into our chest for a super gentle lower back release. So you might just take figure 8 here, You might just rock gently side to side. Just do what feels good and natural for you. And we're going to send our left leg long, keep our right knee in. This is where our strap comes into play. We're going to wrap the strap around our foot and send it up high. Oh, so nice. Now you can take a little hamstring and calf stretch here, bringing that foot further towards your face if you like. You might take little circles one way and then the other. It's super nice. And we're going to take a really nice twist here, so getting into the side body. So we're going to place our strap into our left hand, so opposite foot to hand. Our right arm goes out and our gaze goes towards our right fingertips. And we're just going to send our foot over towards the left. Oh, so nice. To keep those toes flexed, and you might have that knee super bent or you might have it long. See how you go, but keep the toes flexed wherever you are, because you'll find that deeper stretch onto your side body. So inhale, feel the belly, the ribs, the collarbones. And exhale, soften and release. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And a big, beautiful inhale. And exhale, release. Just let any last tension go. Relax the shoulders, the jaw, the neck. When you're ready, rise that foot high. So good. Bring your knee into your chest. Take the strap off that foot and just give yourself a little bit of a hug. So nice. Rock side to side. You can bring that left knee in as well. And same as before, just take little gentle movements with the lower back. And we'll come to stillness. I'm going to send that right leg long in our own time. Give our left knee a super nice hug. And then wrap the strap around our left foot, taking it high. So we can just stay here, flex the toes towards the face. You'll feel a really nice calf and hamstring stretch. You might even pull that foot slightly further towards your face for a deeper stretch. You might take it in circles one way and then the other, just noticing the connection to the earth and your hip joint. And when we're ready, transfer both sides of the strap into our right hand. Our left hand goes out long. That shoulder stays on the ground. Gaze towards our fingertips and send our foot towards the right. Keep those toes flexed. You'll find a deeper stretch that way. Or you might be like, Melody, I don't need a deeper stretch. That's not happening. So just be super gentle and find your pose. Every body is different. My body is very different to yours. And yoga was founded and created for men and men's bodies. So if you find that you need to adjust something to make it feel right, you know best in your body. So just focus and breathe. Relax the jaw, the neck, the shoulders. Relax the hip. Just melt any last tension away. Now pull that foot a little bit further towards your face. You might be like, yeah, not happening. Just try, just play, just observe what's happening or the greater range of motion or different sensations that come up as you soften. And when you're ready, super gently, come on up, bring that foot towards the sky. Bring that knee in towards your chest. Take that strap off your foot. Place the strap towards the side. We're done with the strap now. Just take it off your mat. Bring your right knee back in as well. And oh, so nice. Give your lower back one last bit of love. One last little wriggle. One last little roll and movement. And when we're ready, we can stay here or we can come into happy baby. Just move them like here, super gently. So you guys can still hear me. Bring our knees in towards our elbows, or our armpits, I should say, sorry. Bring our knees in towards our armpits. Take the feet up high. You can grab the outside edges of the feet. See if you can do that. And I want to challenge you here to keep the tailbone and the shoulders on the ground. So we're not curving our spine here. We're actually tucking or creating or gluing our tailbone towards the earth and our shoulders towards the earth. So our spine is straight and we're just opening up the hip joints here. So when you try and do that, find that intention, you're like, oh, it's so much stronger and such a more nourishing, beautiful stretch. So ground the shoulders, ground the tailbone, and breathe. You might gently start to sway side to side, really massaging out the spine. You might start to send one leg long and then the other. Just move in a way that feels good. And when ready, gently release the feet. You can bring the knees in together. Give yourself one last super big hug. And then just come down onto the mat, gently releasing all tension away. Let the feet flop out to the side. Their palms are facing up, feeling the connection to the air and the room around us. Inhale, feel the belly, the ribs, the collarbones. And exhale, just find a little bit of stillness, a little bit of softness and ease. Inhale and exhale. Take a few cycles of breath here. That really allow you to let go, to be here now. When you're ready, gently send the arms up overhead. Really stretch the body, reach as high and as low as you can. So reach the fingers towards the front of the room, the toes towards the back. Really stretch. You might wriggle the body side to side here. Notice any last niggles. Wriggle the fingers and toes, roll the wrists and ankles, bring some activity back into the body, taking any last little stretching movements that feel good. And we'll just roll on over to a side that suits you and come up into seated in your own time. We'll be back where we started the class today, and I just want us to sit here for a moment, close down our eyes and notice the sensations in the body, the sensations in the breath. Do you feel different since you started the class today? Do you feel looser, freer? Do you notice niggles or different sensations that you just weren't aware of before class? Just take a moment to observe and say thanks to yourself for carving out this time to step on your mat today. That is awesome. You have done such a service to yourself, to your body, your breath, and your mind. So really good work, guys. Inhale, we'll take one big arm circle all together, up, overhead, fingertips touch. And back to heart center. Sending you lots of love and gratitude, my beautiful yogis. Namaste.